Marcus Spears said it best. Tom Brady is a damn Disney character. We know what happens at the end of every movie. He's the prince. Didn't feel like that midway through the season, though. There were plenty of questions about Brady's play and his relationship with Bruce Arians, as you saw right there. Since then, he's gone undefeated, has the best QBR in the league. Yeah, he's a damn Disney character. Susie Colbert has more.
So this free agency thing worked out pretty well, right?
Bucs are going to win this football game. Tampa Bay is heading to the Super Bowl.
Back in September, what would have been the chance that you would have said, this team's going to make it to the Super Bowl?
I think in September, I didn't obviously realize I have enough experience to know it's not that easy. Let me say that. There's a lot of things that go into getting to this point in the season. We all felt like we had a team that could compete with anybody. And at the same time, there's a lot to try to figure out. We're going to use all the time we have right up to game time to try to be the best we can be. And we're playing against a great football team, but we're going to have to be at our best.
So everyone loved that moment after the championship game when you hugged your oldest son, Jack.
Yeah.
How does it feel to you to be able to look up in the stands and see him there and then share a moment like that?
Oh, it's the best. I mean, it's the best part of the whole day. I'm there the whole day looking up, like waving at him. And he's like, he just doesn't want anyone to know that's my dad. So it ended up being just a great day for the two of us. And, he'll never forget being at Lambeau. And I made a comment, it's so special for me. I hope it's as special for him, just being there to watch, which was really cool.
For all your kids, obviously, it's dad's really good at his job. But what do you think they take away from the work ethic and the dedication?
I always tell them that's what dads do. We go to work and, we got to show up and we got to find something we love to do. And, you find something you love, you're going to work hard, you're going to be good at it. And if you're good at it, you're going to enjoy it. When the off season comes, I've really tried to make a concerted effort, certainly in the last 3 or 4 years, to spend more quality time with them. And my kids are getting older. It's not always about what's going on in dad's life. It's what's going on in their life too. So I think part of being an older athlete, and I'm sure a lot of older athletes would feel that way, is that's the trickier part, is how do you balance and find time for a lot of things that are important to the other people that are in your life that really matter. And I'm very, very blessed.
Touchdown, Patriots! And they're bound for Super Bowl 53!
So after the championship game, the AFC championship game in 2018, you sought him out in his locker room. Why'd you do that?
Well, I think I'm just so impressed with Pat. There's one thing about the physical skill, but also how endearing he is to his teammates. I could see there's a special quality about him that attracts the teammates to him. I just wanted to make sure he knew that, I don't know if it was proud, but just wanted to let him know what kind of guy that I thought he was, not just as a player, but as a person as well. He's going to be a great player in the NFL for a long time. That
term GOAT gets thrown out there all the time. What would be your definition?
Everyone has different tastes for different things. It's like, I say, what's your favorite meal? Some people like steak, some people like chicken, some people like lasagna. I don't know, some people like pizza. That's athletes. You know what I mean? It just depends what style you like at the end of the day. I think I've always felt like the goal for me of playing was to win games and never be the reason why we lost games. That's ultimately how I end up judging myself at the end of the year. So to still be at it and playing this game is an incredible achievement for our team. And for me personally, I just want to go out there and I want to play a great game and do the best I could do for my team.
Enjoyed that conversation and perspective from Tom Brady. 7 days from now, Brady could bolster his legendary Super Bowl resume. He's already topped the list in most passing yards, touchdowns, game-winning drives, MVPs in Super Bowl history. Not much left to actually top, but he's also the all-time leader in attempts, completions, and wins. But you already knew that.
You could add up the guys in second and third.
Safe. So they are going to get ready for this game right in Missouri. And I really get this sense from talking to different players and coaches this past week with the Chiefs that they're thrilled about this. They're comfortable. They're in their own homes. And of course, those annoying media obligations that we always talk about. Head coach Andy Reid told me it consumes these guys. It wears on them. So everyone seems to be happy that they are back in Kansas City getting ready for this game. Now, what have the Chiefs been doing? Well, this past week, they went through 3 very light practices. And perhaps probably the biggest news that we're keeping an eye on is the health health of Patrick Mahomes. Because remember, John, he's dealing with that turf toe that we saw in the championship game, and it seemed to be just okay right after the game. And he was a full participant in all those light practices this week, but we will continue to keep an eye on it as the Chiefs will most likely land the Tampa Bay area Saturday afternoon. Think about that. That's like a regular season away game. These guys are coming in for the Super Bowl.
Fewer distractions to be sure. Diana Rossini getting Super Bowl week started for us as we work our way to the Roman numerals Sunday. Diana, I'm just going to tell you, you may want to get a jacket. It's supposed to snow here, 8 to 15 inches. Never mind, we're in Connecticut. You're in Florida. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Thanks. Love you.
I'll get a tan. Love you.
Sports Center on the road is presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Not slightly jealous at all.
No.
This season, it's felt like a blur, so let's refresh our memory here. The Bucs and Chiefs playing back in Week 12, and Tyreek Hill, this dude doubled up on his Wheaties that morning because he came to play. He was energized. First play of the game, Mahomes firing to Hill, who picks up a big gain of 34 yards. An ideal start for the duo. Later in the drive, 2nd and 9, Mahomes gonna lob this one up for Hill. Makes the catch over Carlton Davis. Hill now with 2 receptions for 57 yards, and the math would go up as we continue later in the first. Mahomes putting this one deep. Hill's so fast, he has to come back for this thing. Gets the ball, gets the touchdowns, 4 receptions, 133 yards, and a touchdown in the first. Cheetah not done there. Under 5 to play in the same quarter. Mahomes finding Hill over the middle. Makes a couple defenders miss before being brought down. Give him 152 yards at that point. Under 2 minutes to play in the first, the video game numbers continue to get more gaudy. Hill making the catch, jukes a defender, and then saunters into the end zone. Little backflip for the touchdown. How demoralizing was this for Tampa Bay and their fans? They had no answer for this guy. He had 7 receptions, 203 yards in the first quarter. He becomes the 3rd player with 200 receiving yards in a quarter over the last 40 years per Elias. And then he's putting out an SOS call.
Help! Okay, you on the way? Okay. Help is on the way!
I actually saw that on NFL a few days back with the whole Shannon Sharp thing. I believe those guys were playing the Patriots, and I thought it was like seriously funniest thing I've ever heard, you know. And I was like, yeah, hey, I gotta show love to my guy Shannon Sharp, you know, with the help is on the way. That was hilarious, most hilarious thing ever.
Stole that line, but paying homage, right? Hey man, when you put up those kind of numbers, you can make collect calls all you want. Hill and Davis again here, and Hill's gonna win one more time. Just nightmares for Davis. Hill's 3rd touchdown of the game. When they were lined up against each other, Hill had 8 receptions on 9 targets for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns. It was bully ball. Mahomes also being equally ridiculous. 3rd and 2, pedaling back, and then throws a dart to Mecole Hardman here for the first down. Mahomes just showing off that unique skill set here. Bruce Arians, how you feel about that?
It's very frustrating because very, very few guys that I've ever seen in this league or any league that can backpedal 8 to 9, 10, 11 yards in the pocket and throw a dime 25 yards down the field. He has an unbelievable skill set.
Now, the Bucs did make it interesting. Chiefs up 3 at this point. Mahomes trying to ice it. 3rd and 7. Hooks up with who else but Hill. Hill 13 catches, 269 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mahomes 462 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. The Chiefs winning 27-24. Score a little deceiving there, but Tyreek Hill, Carlton Davis, that matchup was a key one. What have they been doing recently? Well, no touchdowns for Hill in the playoffs, but he did go for over 100 yards in both postseason wins. Kind of been a missed bag for Davis, according to NFL Next Gen Stats. He gave up touchdowns to the Packers' Devontae Adams and Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the nearest defender in the NFC Championship. However, the Saints' Michael Thomas had nothing under his watch. So Tyreek Hill clearly a problem for Tampa this season. How does that matchup affect the outcome on Sunday? The answer, that's coming up.
Coach Quinn Snyder's Jazz Quintet destroying the NBA. Utah's won 11 straight.